We're back.
We're back, and we're here continuing our division series with another guest, going through every division in the NFL. So we have our die-hard Indiana sports fan here repping the Colts. So welcome, Brian.
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good.
Welcome in, bro. Glad to have you.
We're going to do a little warm-up game with you. Our signature game, we call it This or That. So
Okay.
the Colts are your measuring stick, right? And we're
Oh,
gonna
God.
we're gonna do every team that missed the playoffs this past year versus the Colts. And you're gonna tell me who you think's better. So if it's Colts or X team, who do you think is going to be better this next year? Who do you have higher expectations for? We'll start off with some layups. So this or that Colts version, the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, Colts easily.
Yeah. The New York Jets.
That's yeah, Colts.
That's
By a
offensive.
mile.
That's an offensive question.
Okay. The first
Right.
few are softballs. The Cardinals.
Yeah, I don't think the Cardinals have made any significant changes that's kind of like changed my mind about them.
Hey, Buns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Titans.
I think the Colts have a lot higher expectations based on the moves. However, I do like the Titans in their trajectory. I like where they're going. I think they're doing proper team building.
Yeah, Cole's a little high on them, I think.
They're
A
frisky.
team that I think is frisky, the Giants.
I think the Colts are going to be much better than the Giants. But I can see why they're frisky. Like the Giants, again, they had a pretty good free agency and they showed a lot of flashes, but I'm also wasn't as high on them last year just because like they showed a lot of flashes, but they're so injury prone. Like they're literally one concussion away from falling apart.
Starts at the top, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think this one's another softball. The Browns.
Yeah, that's easily the Colts.
Yeah.
I don't think the Browns have any expectation. Like they're just,
Yeah.
I feel like they ended on a good high because they're like, we just gotta throw the ball down the field, and who cares if it's a pick or not,
Totally.
No, this list is generated, by the way, off of the draft order, which you guys don't have a first round pick, which I'm sure we'll get to.
Yes.
But anyway, next is the Commanders.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's starting to get interesting. I still say the Colts by quite a margin. I feel like the Commanders did have higher expectations last season, but I think
Definitely.
people have started to realize that they're a lot further away from where they should be. I feel like kind of like CJ Stroud having that like crazy year and then like falling off a cliff. They kind of see that same thing with the Commanders, where I'm like, all right, maybe we kind of got too hype, and got to slow it down a little bit.
So you're taking your Colts?
Yeah, easily.
Okay.
I have a lot of expectations for the Colts.
Okay. Here's another team that I think is frisky, the Saints.
Yeah, they have a lot of good pieces, but like you're depending on that in your quarterback position. Like
hey, rookie of the year, Tyler Shuck, right?
Yeah. But I don't know.
Yeah, follow your gut, bro. You're right.
You're right. I'm just fucking with you. Now, here's a tough one. My Kansas City Chiefs.
I'll take the Chiefs are going to be better than the Colts next year.
Okay, here's another one. Another big quarterback. The Cincinnati Bengals.
I think the Colts are going to be better than the Bengals.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think Joe Burrow's gonna. He can't
Stay
carry on
healthy?
that way.
Yeah.
He can't. Even if he stayed healthy for an entire season, I think they are going to be in the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to do much with that
They're
position.
invested in some defense, though.
Yeah, but they didn't invest anything
Losing
in their
Trey, I
line.
guess.
Yeah.
He's going to get killed every time.
Yeah.
Especially now with Trey Hendrickson in the division. Yeah.
Yeah.
The team that I think is going to be the worst team in the league, Miami Dolphins.
Oh, yeah, by a mile.
Okay, here's another popular pick, up and coming, the Cowboys.
No, because they've been doing such mid stuff this off season,
Yeah.
and they have just been perpetually mid. I mean, again, when Dak is always gonna be Dak, and he's gonna be like MVP caliber, but like I don't, they they can't, they're not gonna do anything with that.
Yeah.
No defense.
I agree.
No, dude, yeah.
The Falcons.
Ooh, that's starting to get interesting.
Yeah.
I think the Colts are gonna be better than Falcons, but like we're getting like this is not by much.
Well, okay, now here comes this one. The Ravens.
Um, that's where it gets neck and neck for me at least. I think the Ravens are a better team, but they are gonna have a tougher schedule and they're in a tougher division. So standing wise, I think the Colts have an advantage in that. Head to head, I just don't. I don't. If your go-to guy is Zay Flowers and that's it, I don't really know I don't know. So I'm taking the Colts on that.
Wow.
Stuff.
Mark Andrews, come on.
No, I like it. I like it.
He's getting old. He's getting old.
Two more tough ones and then two kind of easy
Okay.
ones. Bucks.
Ooh. Still the Colts. The Bucks just started off so hot, but like I think Mayfield is really good, but I felt like that was just so streaky last year.
Yeah,
They fell off
that's
a
fair.
cliff. I mean, that was injuries, but still, like every team has injuries.
Yeah.
Totally.
Now I'm gonna go with the media's favorite team, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, I'll take. Wow, that is. I'm gonna say the Lions, but every year they just get decimated by crazy injuries. Like last year was just insane, the kinds of injuries that they had. So I think they could have been a lot better. It's just they had.
I agree. They're
freak
kind of in
incidents.
that Niners territory where it's just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
God.
again, every offseason, I'm like the Niners, the Lions, like they're gonna be the best team.
Yeah.
Like
Their
you just look at the
potential.
players.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they just get like crazy, like knee coming out the leg sort of
Mhm.
injuries, and you're like,
Ugh.
It
what
happens.
the heck?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
our buddy's a Lions fan, and it seems like
Yeah.
he goes through hell each year in some new way.
I'm with you.
Right.
I think Lions will be good.
I think they're gonna be really good still.
Two final ones. The Vikings.
Colts by a mile.
Yeah,
don't
I
think-
agree.
but yeah, they gotta honestly trade Jettas or just start from scratch.
Yeah.
Just get
Cole
out.
I'm
loves
with you
that.
there. Get
Yeah.
us to New England. Come on. Get her done.
That would be crazy. You guys would be back in a Super Bowl immediately.
Oh, league would be on notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, haven't you heard that Kyler's the long-term solution? I don't know where people are getting these other Cardinals games, but it's okay. I
Yeah.
digress.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler. Yeah, that's not gonna. I mean, it's Kevin O'Connell, so maybe he could do anything with Kevin O'Connell. But like, when you got like a 5'9" quarterback, like scrambling around, I don't know. It's either that or JJ McCarthy, who I think is like the worst quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I think Kyler's an upgrade. He'll be
Yeah,
better than
by a
last
mile.
year, and they won 9 games. So I don't know.
I almost wanted Kyler on the Colts. I was like 1 million contract.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, free quarterback. Yeah, done.
Yeah.
I realized that was actually our last one because I put the Panthers on here, but I realized they made the playoffs last year. But bonus,
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the Colts will be better than the Panthers. That's my bonus take.
It's very interesting because clear they missed the playoffs, but they made such strong moves that's like it is kind of like they're in contention right now or bust and basically restart after this year or the next year.
Yeah.
So I have really high expectations of them to be pretty good.
That's good. Let's get into it. Let's
Yeah.
start with the bottom of the AFC South. Cole, bring us your Titans questions.
All right, so I feel like the Titans this offseason is one big question mark. Like, it's tough to talk about them too much because it's like, we just got to see it. Which kind of is, I'll start here. They spent close to $300 million in free agency at this point, and feels like it started yesterday, right? So, like, they are in this year, which makes me believe, like, in the building, they love Cam Ward. There has been some recent history of these teams that you go get 7 good free agents and bring them in, and your year 2 quarterback takes a massive step, and all of a sudden you're good. But I mean, I guess the question is like, did you get the right guys? 300 million can go far, or you get a couple injuries and all of a sudden they cooked. Um, my second one, talking about their coach, new guy in town, Robert Saleh. I guess my question for you two is Robert Saleh head coach, or is he a really good defensive coordinator?
Hmm.
I,
Okay.
I lean that he is a head coach. I think that it's hard to see if you can be a head coach at the Jets. I just the hard knocks of him. He does seem like a really good culture guy. I like Salah. I think Dable there is interesting with a mobile quarterback. I think if it's gonna work, Salah can make it work. But I still have questions about the ownership group.
Yeah, I think you can't judge anyone when they're on the Jets, basically. That's just like poor organization. And like no one looks good when they're there. And as soon as they leave, it's like, oh, this guy's really good, you know? Like I don't know. Like you see that with Sam Darnold, like he just steps away from the Jets. You're like, oh, he's actually a decent Oh, he won the Super Bowl. Like it's upgrade after
Totally.
upgrade. Um, and also to answer your first question,
Yeah.
that's a really good question because the Titans also spent a bunch of money in free agency like a couple years ago, and they're still like
Right.
three
It didn't get
wins.
him anywhere.
So
Yeah.
it's like but however, I think this year is very different. I'm pretty high on them. I think all their pieces address a need, and that's really important. So
Yeah, no, I mean, bouncing off of that, I think they definitely were making right moves. I do think some of the contracts might have been a slight overpay just because they probably had to get a few guys to want to go to the Titans. So I
yeah.
think it was a slight overpay. But if you overpaid seven guys and five of them hit, you had the cap space. So fuck it.
Oh yeah.
I was really high on Wandell Robinson going there. I think
Yeah.
he's actually really good. He's a good slot receiver. He's always been. I feel like that's what they needed with Calvin Ridley going down the field. Because Cam Ward didn't have like a third down option at all.
Yeah.
And also Robinson, obviously, like he spent so many years on the Giants with Dabble. They have a connection. I was looking like all of their free agents like has a connection to either their offense coordinator or Salah. Like it's
Oh, that's
you know,
nice.
so there's clearly a connection to all of them, which is why they all ended up coming to the Titans because I don't know how you convince anyone to come otherwise.
Exactly. They need Cam to flash this year if they're getting
Yeah,
guys interested in free agency.
yeah,
We'll see. I mean that's kind of we kind of already talked about it, but Brian just really talking about Brian Dable like what I love is when there's a defensive minded coach that's culture based and then a brilliant genius offensive coordinator. Like that's what I think is going to be the future of football. Like forget these young OCs coming in and trying to like lead a team. You see it work sometimes. Like Ben Johnson, I think is working, but even that was rocky out the get go. Like I do like a grown up defensive mind, a head coach. And can Brian Dable truly quarterback whisper? Can he make Cam Ward this next guy with, yes, he's familiar with Wandale Robinson? We'll see. I'm pretty optimistic for the Titans, but let's talk about the main reason they'll be good. And that's Cam Ward. So let's take a look at his season from the past.
Oof.
Honestly, looking at the stats, a little better than I expected it to be. If you look at their games in the win column, it's pretty tough. But 3,169 yards.
That's more
15
than I thought. That's more than I
Yeah,
thought. Yeah.
over a 3,000 yard season. I mean, not horrific. 15 touchdowns, which not great, 25th in the league. Only 7 picks though. So, I mean, really like protected the ball pretty well with that awful O-line. His worst stat is his QBR, which is 33, 28th in the league. So definitely, I mean, not even close to a top 15 guy, but I do think like 7 picks in that disaster that is the Titans with this new team. Like if he can protect the ball and their defense is better, I kind of believe in them.
Yeah.
yeah. I really like Cam Ward's like that. He reminds me of like Caleb Williams early on, like
Mm,
before he kind of hit this, I don't know, like growth that he has this past year or two. But like he's like every game there's like a flash or two of like this insane generational throw. You're like, wow, okay, that's like you don't really get that much often. It's like, yeah, you
totally.
can't. And so seeing that kind of gives you hope, but at the same time, it is a lot of decision making of just like, and that's just every rookie quarterback making those mistakes, especially with the times when you have no O line. It's like you're not the Broncos, you're not these like other teams who have a pretty good system
Totally.
set up for like a rookie quarterback. So
Yeah. No, going off of that, I mean, I definitely, those numbers surprised me a little bit. I also think in this world of like CJ Stroud having a crazy rookie year and then Jaden Daniels having a crazy rookie year, we like almost expected Cam Ward to come out and do that too because we got kind of spoiled the last 2 years. But you're not supposed to be good right away. I mean, I think the two greatest quarterbacks we've ever seen, Brady and Mahomes, sat their first year. So you're not expected to be good right away. So I'm not like putting anything on his shoulders. I do just like the AFC is just so tough. It's like, do you have to have like a great quarterback to be like competent in the AFC? So like even if he's good, does he have to be great?
Bonus
yeah,
cake
I mean,
for you.
yeah, go ahead.
How long is his leash? 300 million. What happens if this year's a disaster? Is it JJ McCarthy situation or is it
I
like
think he's got
he's a
2 years.
first overall? So can he win 4 games this year?
Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna say the expectation is around like 6 games.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
it's crazy
Oh,
high.
300 million for 6 wins? That's a
Yeah,
disaster to me. I think that's a
really.
disaster. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a little higher on him. I think he's got to be good. Year two, 300 million. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, realistically, maybe the expectation is going to be like 8 games or something like that.
Yeah.
But I just like they're probably gonna win around six is my guess.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah, I
And like
agree.
I don't know, like I mean, if you look at the quarterback situation in the AFC South, like you're right though. I don't know if you need like that guy like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen. Like I think the best quarterback in the AFC is Trevor Lawrence. I don't think he's that amazing either. So
Hmm.
it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he's capable of making that leap, I guess, but
Oh, we'll get to T Law,
It's a
but yeah.
ways to go,
yeah.
yeah. Um, alrighty, you want to move on?
Yeah, I'll get us right into the Jags.
Yeah.
So, I think the Jags might have been one of the 2 or 3 best teams in the AFC this past year. I think drawing Buffalo round 1 is like terrible. I thought whoever won that game was gonna go to the Super Bowl or at least the AFC Championship. I mean Buffalo obviously was a disappointment. I thought the Jags really overachieved. I thought Liam Cohen did a good job. And, I'm going to start with 2 smaller questions for you guys and then go into the elephant in the room of Trevor Lawrence. So, are they rolling with Bayshaw Tootin as their RB1? Like, do you like that? That Tootin is the RB1?
No, hate it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the same position.
I
I
remember I remember last year he was like a popular late round flyer, like waiver pickup in fantasy because people thought, ETN was gonna like not be on the team the full year. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? What were you saying, Brian?
um I think the Jaguars' offensive identity was built around ETN. Like Trevor Lawrence played out of his mind last season. I think he played really well. But I think their hot streak came around because their run game was so good and ETN has always been that good. And in my opinion, I mean, I'm biased. I love JT and I love Saquon. I love all these running backs. I'm like, if they're good, pay them. Like
Yeah.
they make part of your identity. They make throwing the ball a lot easier, clearly. And I felt like when I saw ETN lead in free agency, like they let him go, I was like, oh, that's crazy. Like that, I think that shifts their offensive identity a lot because I don't think Tune can like take up that responsibility that ETN. I think ETN is really good. I'm really high on him. So
Yeah, I mean
In-
I wanted him for the Chiefs. Sorry,
Interesting.
go.
I feel a little differently. I don't like Tootin being their choice, but I feel like ETN is pretty replaceable. Like I don't know. I feel like he was somewhat disappointing there with his expectations coming out of college and like a few injuries. He missed his first season, right? It's like they drafted him and then he like tore something and missed. I don't know. I just feel like the fit was never quite as perfect as it should have been with them like playing together in college and I don't know. I don't hate it, but like they have to make a move. I don't know exactly who else is available in free agency right now, but
I wouldn't hate
well,
them taking
or
the
yeah,
other Notre Dame running back, not
oh
Love.
yeah,
because they
Yeah.
don't have a
Jadarian
first.
Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darren Price would be a dog for them. But I just yeah, they gotta do something because
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that gap is just too big for their
Oh,
offense.
wait,
totally. Yeah.
does
I mean, they're
Cleve
worse today.
does Cleveland have their first round pick?
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Oh, so
they
yeah,
should.
they can't get the other Notre Dame running back. I
That's why
take
they
that
kind of
back.
need to use free agency to get an RB. I don't know.
They could go. There's a Nebraska running back in like the third round that people are a little high on. But yeah, no, I think Tootin is their RB1 plan.
Yeah, it's yeah, if you look around, honestly, besides the Colts, like the entire AFC is just like kind of running back by committee. Like
Yeah.
it's just they don't have like true RB1s anywhere except for the Colts, basically. And they're just like, yeah, we just gotta throw someone in. If that doesn't work, we'll throw another body in.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
yeah.
my next Jags question is another specific one. Can their defense repeat that dominance? Because early in the season, if you remember, the reason did I say the Colts? Can the Jags repeat their dominance, the defensive dominance? So early in the season, if you remember right, the Jags were kind of winning in spite of Trevor Lawrence. And then he really came on hot midway through the year. I think ended up in an MVP finish, like 5th or something. But at the beginning of the season, that defense really carried them, and that defense stayed strong throughout the entire season. So, like, to me, that's a lot of the reason they won. And I don't know if they can compete in this AFC if their defense is not playing at that level. So,
I think that's a big ask, especially with I don't know, like other teams getting as good as they are. I felt like the Jaguars in general, like they did play really well. They also had a pretty easy schedule last year in comparison.
don't
From
get
what I
Cole
remember.
started on schedule talk. He'll
I'm
get
starting to
on
think every team had an easy schedule, honestly. Like, who had a hard one? Name a hard schedule out there.
the
It's tough.
Chiefs, the
um,
Bears. Yeah.
Bears had like a harder schedule for sure. I don't know. I think the Jaguars, their tough part of the schedule or was towards the beginning,
Mm.
and their easy part was at the end, which is why they got pretty hot at the end. And also, but you're right though. Regardless, the defense was really strong the entire time, and a lot of their free agency moves or the little that they did do has just been like trying to maintain that defense. So I think they kind of realize like their defense is the most important part right now.
Yeah.
But like you compare it to the rest of the conference, it's like I mean you have the Texans in their conference. You're like, how do you like it's like the best defense in the league?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Didn't they say what's his face is gonna mainly play cornerback?
Travis Hunter.
Yeah, he's gonna be a cornerback. Like,
yeah.
that's
Wait a second. Did you just say what's his face? I had to argue
Yeah,
with
yeah.
no, I had to argue with Cole endlessly last year about how much he loves Shador and Travis and how much I wasn't sure it would translate to the NFL. And now you're out here calling him what's his face? Like you sure have given up
Well,
on
I mean,
this.
that's what happens when you go to the Jags. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of feel the
Yeah,
same about the Jags. I'm not concerned with them as a contender in the AFC. I do like Liam Cohen a lot. I love what he's done over there. He's one of the offensive-minded coaches I think is working out really well. Like he's in that Ben Johnson category for me, low key. Like he came in and just his energy, it's like that team has vibes, which I think does matter when you're going through a grueling, brutal season. So I like them a
Oh,
lot. I hope it sticks around. I mean, those vibes go away if you start losing. So
I
we'll
mean,
see.
you said you
yeah.
don't expect them to be a contender. Do you think Jags are making the playoffs next year?
Yeah, I think they'll lose. Like, yeah, I think I do. I
I think
think
their first round exit.
yeah, kind of same. I'd hope we play them. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't say this about the Titans. Did anyone think the Titans are making the playoffs next year?
No, no.
Nah.
What I remember, there's something I wanted to say about the Titans, which is I do think Cam Ward might be good for fantasy, but that's like
Oh.
I don't think it'll translate to wins. I just think that Dayball is a fantasy boost, but
Totally.
I do. All I do remember is I think Cam Moore has a really good connection with the tight end. So if you get a late round pick you need a tight end. I'm pretty sure Titans tight end, whatever his name was, starts with an O.
Cheetah Conquel.
Yeah. Now, apparently, they have a pretty good chemistry together. So keep it in mind for next year.
I'm never drafting a tight end like in the top rounds ever again.
Yeah. not this past. This past year was crazy bad for tight end positioning.
Yeah. But I do like Brenton Strange. I thought he was good for fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The Jags, I expect them to make the playoffs. Sorry, Brian. I think I expect the Jags to win the division. I like the Jags more than I like the Texans.
Okay.
So, and this all hinges on one guy, though. So, this is the big question. Did Liam Cohen fix Trevor Lawrence? Is this sustainable? And, like, what is T-Law's ceiling?
Oh, man, that is a great question. I personally have a bias towards Trevor Lawrence. I hate the guy, but he can ball out. Like, I mean, I've just watched him since college, like this during my team, But I felt like when I was in college, I was like, this might be like the best quarterback ever, And then
Yeah.
as I seen him progress, I'm just like, wow, okay, it's kind of like he's just too inconsistent. Well, I don't know. I think it's like he's a guy who can take a team to a conference game. But I think that's about it. I can never see him at like a Super Bowl stage, really.
So I tend to agree with you. I do believe Liam Cohen is legit, and the Jags are a playoff team moving forward with that duo. But to me, Trevor, like, he's too passive. It's this just like this air. There's no like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, he's not a killer. He's just not. He can ball. But like, I agree. I think the Jags jag and the Chargers charger. Like, I think they're gonna be first round, second round exits the next 10 years. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's all a great. Like it is like Justin Herbert. Honestly, I think it's a far better quarterback. But like, do you ever see them going to the Super Bowl? Like,
No.
again, like it sucks, but like like last year their O lineman just got destroyed, and like that sucks. But at the same time, the Chargers are like this every single year. We do this every year. Justin
Exactly.
Herbert has a crazy year, and it's like he throws for a stupid number of touchdowns. It's like first round exit, great.
I am wearing my Lad McConkey jersey right now because I'm about to go watch Georgia in March Madness right after this. And also, Lad caught some strays on our last episode, so I feel like I had to rep him. But no, I agree with you. With what you're saying. I really think that you have to be like a really good quarterback to win the AFC with the landscape it is right now. I just don't know if Trevor Lawrence is fully that. Like, if I'm doing quarterback rankings, I don't know if he like breaks my top 10, but he could be. Like, I think he could be a top 10 quarterback, and I think that might be his ceiling. I'm not sure I would ever put T-Law as a top 5 quarterback, but I think his ceiling might be top 10, maybe top 7.
Yeah, I would say like if he's around 9 or 10, I'll be like, yeah, that's probably his ceiling. Like that, I could see that. But anything above that, I'll be like, oh Jesus, okay, that's crazy. He's doing some crazy stuff. That
I agree.
I like that he started to use his legs this year because he used his legs a lot in college, and he didn't really use them early in his NFL career. I mean, that Chiefs-Jags Monday night game might be like one of I think that's the worst Chiefs loss of my life besides like the three-peat, just because we like totally fucked it up. Like, we had the lead, but he like kind of burned us using his legs because there wasn't a lot of tape of him. We weren't putting a spy on him, and like he just had like 100 rushing yards in that game or something stupid.
Yeah, he used his legs all the time in college, and I was like, this might be like the best quarterback ever. Like, just he can run like that. He takes hits like it's nothing. He can throw the ball, and then he didn't run. He didn't take hits at all. Like, it was just like he threw it. He got picks, or he's got, I don't know. So I was like, it's too inconsistent. But maybe that's because he's trying to force too much because you have the receiver talents that you have, which I think the Jaguars have crazy receiver depth. So it's like, maybe he just felt like
trade Brian Thomas. They gotta get him out.
to the Patriots.
Yeah.
I mean, wait, but where is this take? Like, I've also seen this on Chiefs accounts that we should get Brian Thomas. I've seen it on Ravens accounts that they should get Brian Thomas. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. The like Brian Thomas trade rumors. I really don't. I don't know.
I think it started last year, honestly. Yeah. I don't know.
Why? He's all they have left. I feel like.
I mean, it's the same with the Marvin Harrison. It's these young guys got drafted. They looked amazing, and then it was like, let's sell them high while they have value still. I don't know.
No, I mean,
I don't know if Marvin Harrison ever looked that
good.
Amazing, but
top 10 in the draft though. Like, he could be. I don't know.
He hasn't been good in the NFL. BTJ was like good, And
Yeah.
I don't.
He has been ridiculously good.
Yeah, I just don't know
Oh, yeah.
where all these trade rumors are coming from. But I feel like it's just other contenders like starting the rumor because like they want to trade for him. Like I don't know how that
I mean,
benefits
would
the
a
Jags.
first and a third get Brian Thomas right now? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's probably.
I feel like you say yes to that if you're the Jags. You just
I-
traded so much away to get Travis Hunter. I don't
I
know.
think they say yes to a first and a fourth.
Yeah,
Yeah, easily.
Um,
First on anything, really.
that's why I think it's like it is. Make them the offer they can't refuse. I'm sure they would trade him.
Well, as Cole calls him, what's his face? I think Travis Hunter is gonna stay on defense. And that was
yeah,
my
no, I
call
do too.
from the very beginning. I was like, he's gonna be a corner. I don't think he's that good of a receiver. I called it, and
I mean, we'll see. They could be fucking with everyone. Like they could. He's only defense, only defense. I don't know.
They could, but okay, in my general take, I do think a lot of corners could play receivers.
I kind of agree. It's like
Yeah.
if you're
Like-
this, like, why is Christian Gonzalez not catching touchdowns every now and then? You know what I mean? Like
Right. Like they could. I just
he's
think
the best. Yeah.
I think it's harder to be a receiver playing corner than a corner playing.
Yeah.
Receiver.
So go the easy
I
route.
agree.
Spend it on defense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did final thought for Jags? Did that trade age well? The Browns get trading away that pick to the Jags for their spot
I feel like-
last year.
I think we'll see this year. Like we got to see him play.
Yeah.
He got
I
hurt
agree.
too early.
I don't know. A lot of teams without a first round pick, Brian. It's looking glum for you guys in the draft. I'll say that.
I don't know.
tell
I'd
me
say
about
the
my
draft's
draft.
looking pretty glum. I'm trying
We
to
don't
trade ours.
We
away,
don't
to
draft
be
well
honest.
anyways, so
Yeah.
I'm glad we traded.
I want a player.
Oh boy, Cole is like on this new thing just because Colin Cowherd said it that the draft like isn't where you can get starters, and I've just seen that be not true so many times that I like. And
That's
I just
not good at all. I think 31. We're not going to get an amazing starter on our.
Yeah.
my ex-
I don't know.
You go, Brian.
Oh no, I'm just saying like it also depends on our organization. Like
Yeah.
the Colts front office is not just so
Yeah.
bad. So
Patriots
bad
are
at
terrible
drafting.
at drafting weapons.
Yeah,
Awful.
which is fine.
Yeah, like
You could have a good organization and just not draft well. And it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if just trade it away and like know what you
Yeah.
can do and what you can't do, right?
My expectations for the Chiefs is we have another draft like 2022 where we get like 5 starters out of it. Like, and my expectation is that at 9, 29, and 40, those are 3 guys who will play this year. Like,
oh yeah, they got to
That is
yeah.
completely fair because the Chiefs are an organization that drafts ridiculously well every
Yeah.
year. It's just actually
I
insane.
don't know about every year. Jury's out.
Well, okay. That's yeah.
no, the only year I feel like we really botched the draft was the 2023 year. All those guys, and I think that's what caught up to us this year. Like all those guys are like not on the team anymore. But
Yeah.
no, we do draft really well. I was watching a clip today of like them talking about how they knew they wanted to draft Mahomes a year out, and like nobody even knew who he was
Oh.
yet.
God damn it.
God damn it. Is right. Well, yes, I think we all agree the Jags are making the playoffs. Time to move on. Let's get into the Houston Texans and their throwback defense and their
Vintage.
vintage and their somewhat questionable quarterback. Cole.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to start with 2 quick talking points before we really get into the bulk of what went down with the Texans. First thing I want to talk about is one of their biggest additions. I'm excited about it. David Montgomery, new running back? Maybe so. Probably going to stay with Woody Marks, but I like that combo. We were talking about that earlier with the AFC duos. Like that feels like one of the stronger duos to me in the AFC right now. Probably 2 like true RB2s.
I was going to say, do you think that's like 1A, 1B?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fully split. They might both suck for fantasy. I could see it being like David Montgomery gets 17 touchdowns, but like no yards again. Or it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. But they kind of go hand in hand. Last year, worst ranked O-line in the league. Like, can you sustain a run game with that level of O-line play? Will it even matter to have that duo of backs if there ain't no lanes? They did spend a lot of money. Most of their money they've spent in free agency has been on the line. They added Pro Bowl guard Wyatt Teller, who I've never heard of, but really exciting addition from everything I read. Like people are hyped.
I mean, adding a guard does signal to me they're trying to really ground and pound.
Yeah, and his strengths do seem to be like run blocking. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. We'll see if that line really improves. They are spending on it, so we'll see. All right, but that brings me into the biggest question for the Texans, which was a real question that got asked to coaches, which are you sticking with CJ Stroud? Is he actually who we thought he was? And I got some stats. Let's talk about it. So it's honestly similar to Cam Ward, just over 3K yards this season. Oof. 19th in the league in his yards. Not great. Less than average. 19 touchdowns, 21st in the league. Bottom half of the league. Again, most quarterbacks doing good with the picks. Only 8 picks. That was good. Same with Stafford and May. Like guys staying under 10 this year all around. Now talk about their schedule. A lot of easy games, but they went on the year 5-5 with playoff teams. So honestly, I respect that. That's not bad. That's including their win against the Steelers, which
that feels right to me. They felt like they were about mid good team.
Yeah. Here's what I think is the biggest thing that's, you know what, CJ? It's going to be okay. You're going to have success this year, and the Texans are going to be a scary playoff team, and no worries, bro. Forget about last year. They ended the season with the worst O-line in football on a 10-game win streak. With those stats from CJ Stroud. So, I mean, imagine that team if they had the 20th worst, like, O-line in the league, like, much better. They don't have to shoot for this top 10 O-line to have success. Like, if they get slightly better, I mean, who knows what this team could be.
We're flirting a little with a Justin Herbert take, it feels like, but keep going.
I mean, his line was worse than Justin Herbert's based on the stats. Like, Herbert gets all the, it's okay, Herbert, your line was hurt, but CJ dealt with an even worse one and won 10 games in a row.
Yeah, I don't know if the question, like, I think CJ Stroud is a really good quarterback. I think he had a pretty bad year, but like, and he'll bounce back just fine because again, if he's putting those stats up with that crazy, terrible, bad O lineman, and also like his receiver depth is not that deep. Like who's he throwing the ball to? Nico Collins all the time, and like,
yeah, come on, Nico's pretty good.
No,
he's
Nico's good, but like,
yeah,
he's hurt all the time. Tank Dell blew up both his legs. Like,
yeah, he's small.
Hurt. Yeah, he's small. It's like I don't know if they have like a true wide receiver one that's like a superstar talent or whatever, like because they're investing so much money in their defense and other pieces. It's like CJ Stroud is kind of carrying a lot of that bulk.
I don't know. I'd be pretty psyched if Drake May had Nico Collins. Like, I don't know. I feel like Nico's upper echelon.
Nico's got to be top 10.
I would agree with that. It's just that his availability is what I don't know.
Absolutely,
I take that as a big role because again, like if you're not available, play it once.
Guys, it's starting to feel like the Justin Herbert MVP takes. I'm so out on Stroud, and I didn't think he had one bad year. I thought he had 2 bad years. I felt like the past season he was also not strong. I felt like D'Amico had started building up that defense. I also think my problem with Stroud is he's a pocket passing quarterback, right? Like in my opinion, CJ Stroud does his best work in the pocket. When he's outside the pocket, he has some great moments, but it does feel like he should try and be a pocket passer. And with the team around him, that defense, he doesn't have to do that much. Like, let's be honest, it's really hard to score on that defense, okay? And they really only fail when he's like atrocious. Like he needs to not play like Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, and he needs to like wheel and deal from the pocket and be okay dinking and dunking. If he does that, I think they have a great year. I do think that he wants to play a little more off platform though, and I think that's where it leads to his downfalls.
So do you think like Brock Purdy or like Sam Darnold, like you think they would thrive in that Texans offense?
Yes.
And you think they can carry them well into the playoffs with that offense?
Yeah. But if you ask me right now, if you ask Emma on this day, March 2026, who I think is a better quarterback, Sam Darnold or CJ Stroud, I'm going to pick Sam Darnold.
100%, yeah.
I'm even going to pick Brock Purdy.
I agree. All those quarterbacks are better than CJ Stroud right now. I just don't know if they would thrive in that situation as well.
Mm,
Hmm.
That's I guess the difference of our takes.
That's
yeah.
fair. I don't think
I
like
thought
I don't think they make the playoffs with you can't have the worst like Matthew Stafford couldn't bring that team to the playoffs with that O line. I don't think it was a
Yeah.
disaster. Like
I,
worst in the league.
Matthew Stafford would retire if he had to play with that
Yeah,
yeah,
O
he
I
line.
mean,
would. Yeah,
oh
exactly.
my
So
God,
yeah.
so many strays. But I also think you are undervaluing their run game. Woody Marks was one of the most added players on waivers for 2 weeks straight. They were really efficient with the run game, and I also want to go back to the language you used a little bit because I don't think CJ Stroud brought them to the playoffs. I think in most cases the quarterback does bring the team to the playoffs, but I felt like that defense, and I think D'Amico Ryan is a top 10 coach. I think he's fantastic. I think that defense and D'Amico brought them to the playoffs.
I mean,
I would agree with
yeah.
that.
I don't disagree at all. I think it absolutely was the defense, but I mean, you have to have an incredible defense to win 10 games in a row and go to the playoffs with the worst O-line in football. Like, it's really not a recipe. That's why O-line is impossible to really build in free
Yeah.
agency or pay for people. Like, I mean, if you get a left tackle, you have to lock them up and throw away the key. Like it's brutal out there. So, and I mean, they don't have any of that. I don't know. I do think there is a lot. They're one of the teams that with that defense, that offense has a lot of room for improvement. Where it starts at that line, but if they can take a step, I think they're gonna be pretty scary.
I'm picking the Texans to miss the playoffs.
Hmm.
I'm not doing that. And I'm
I'm
not
not
scared
doing
of them at all. Like, I don't think CJ, I think my biggest concern for CJ is emotional, just up and downs this year, coming off of that kind of brand killing performance, really changed the trajectory of where he could have gone had he won that game. And I don't know.
Well,
I think it would be too harsh to be out on him or even question. I mean, you should have appropriate questions for him. Be like,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
what's this next season going to look like? And if they do miss the playoffs, then yeah, he's obviously not the answer anymore. But I do think this next season for them is going to be pretty big in that tell because like you said, this defense should absolutely carry
Yeah.
them to at least a playoff berth. It's and now the question is, what are you going to do from there, right? You just going to make the playoffs? Like, CJ Stroud's going to be good enough. They should go pretty far into the playoffs.
What
So,
what is what's his leash? What's the time for CJ Stroud?
Ooh.
God, yeah. NFL comes at you fast.
It comes
You're
it
like,
comes
I know.
less than 2 years ago, he was getting Mahomes comps after that
Yeah.
rookie season, literally.
But also,
Here he
I
is
hear
out
that
of the.
Mahomes comp every year about every quarterback.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
um,
Exactly. Only one can be Mahomes. It's
yeah.
fine.
Um, I'll give him. What's his contract on? He's on his.
So this will be his 4th year, and they would have to pick up the 5th-year option or let him walk at the end of this year.
Yeah, I think this next year is basically
The leash.
they're gonna try to figure out. Yeah.
Yeah.
My early take is Mac Jones to the Texans 2027.
Yeah, that's a downgrade. But I do think
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I do think if you don't win a playoff game this season, CJ Stroud won't be a Texan.
I think if he has a down year, he won't be a Texan. If it's a bad statistical year.
Unless that O-line doesn't get any better. I have a hard time blaming the quarterback if you have the worst O-line in football. I do think it matters. I don't know.
Yeah.
But 1 year is his
we're-
leash, in my opinion. It's this year. Yeah.
Mac Jones is a crazy take. I mean, I think we saw him thrive in a really good system that was basically kind of meant for him, on the
Yeah.
Niners.
But I would argue that the Texans is like that as well. A strong run game, a defensive minded coach who wants to slow the game down, play strong defense, and just have someone wheel and deal in the pocket. Mac Jones can sit there.
Mac is not built to play behind that O line.
Well,
Though.
I was about
Like
to say the Niners
he
O-line
looks like
is
a
nuts.
40-year-old getting up from some hits sometimes. I'm like, he needs an
I-
O line to stay healthy to
I-
play through the season.
I also think, again, I think the O-line pass protection was a problem, but they ran the ball really well. Let's not rewrite history.
Yeah.
Like, they need to go draft a tackle. They need to keep developing the younger members of their line. I expect their line to be better. I expect their defense to be amazing. I mean, everyone thought Danielle Hunter was going to leave, and he's still there. And I think that Stroud is the problem. I think he's good. I just don't know if he can be consistent. And, you know, it's a short timetable in the NFL, and he's had one good year and two bad ones.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a very true statement.
Yeah.
I would say we'll find a compromise where it's both CJ Stroud's and the O lineman's fault.
Yo, no,
and
100.
either way,
100.
that offense is gonna suck next year.
No, 100%. And Cole, not every AFC team is going to make the playoffs. You've told me you think all three AFC West teams will, the Bills and the Patriots. I know you think the Bengals are making the playoffs. I know you think the Jags and the Texans are making the playoffs. I assume you think the Ravens are making the playoffs. They're all not going to be there.
Yeah, I don't know about the Ravens. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's your
Yeah.
outlier then.
And I don't know about 3 AFC West teams. I picked 3 AFC West teams because I don't know what to do with that. I feel like
Yeah.
I'll cut one of them after the first month of football, kind of. Like,
No,
I
that's
think
fair.
there is space for the Texans, for the
And the Jags.
Jags. Yeah, like, I think they'll be in the running at least. I mean, I agree. AFC East does feel like it's loaded up with a lot of playoff teams, but also, like, a lot of
The-
playoff teams I want to play. You know what
The
I mean? I
AFC
don't-
South?
No, the AFC in general. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like the top of the NFC in the playoffs is so much scarier to me than like anybody you'll see in the first round of the AFC playoffs. I don't know.
Except like Mahomes or Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I mean,
But even
I-
them, Bills, like, I don't know, they're not that scary in the playoffs.
That was
And
that was my follow-up
Chiefs,
question.
yeah, but they weren't there last year, so like it is, I don't know.
Like Josh Allen, like yes, he's very good, like obviously MVP count, but like he keeps on. It's every year now. Like at a
Yeah.
certain point, do you like just not get scared of that at all? Like
And I am
Yeah.
rooting for I want a
I mean,
divisional
I
playoff
love-
matchup. I want Allen in the playoffs for the Pats, so I'm rooting for that.
No, I mean, I think this year, to your point, Brian, people for a while thought it was just the Chiefs, right? That because
Yeah.
he only had lost to one other team and he lost the Chiefs 4 times. But I think this year proved that it's not so much a Patrick Mahomes in the way issue; it's more of a Josh
It's-
Allen issue.
Yeah, I think it's
Exactly.
more of a Bills are in their own way issue.
Yes.
And he's kind of careless with the ball issue.
Anything else on the Texans? I'm picking them to miss. Cole.
They're borderline. They're fringe for me, but I do think, man, if the O line's better, they're gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna pick them to make it.
Mine's wild card, and I think Jaguars are gonna miss.
Oh, okay. So you're picking the Jags to miss, Texans
Yeah.
to wild card. Oh, you're okay. Well, let's get into it. Who's winning the division then?
So I don't think the Colts are gonna win. I don't know. I think the Colts are gonna be around the wild card. That's what I'm debating between Texans or Colts right now.
Okay.
Um,
So Brian, we brought you
Yeah.
on for this AFC South episode. This is not one of our stronger divisions, but it's been great talking ball with you on this division, and we got to wrap it up talking about your team, the Colts. Hit us with your questions.
well, I'll start with the most obvious question, and so can Daniel Jones stay consistently healthy enough throughout the entirety of the season, and also like going forwards? But we're looking at this next season. Is he gonna stay healthy enough, and is he gonna play at the level that he started playing at the beginning of last year? I think that's the biggest question that I have, and I would like to see, and I guess we'll find out week 1. But
I'm gonna take that question and just sort of flip it and be like, is he there week 1? Because I am of the thought that Achilles is a 2-year injury. Like, I thought Kirk Cousins was decent on the Falcons this year. Like, I think he actually came in and made them that 8-9 win team. Whereas the year before he was ass, which I think part of that is the Achilles. Aaron Rodgers better this year than the past year. Achilles. Oh my God. And yes, Daniel Jones is younger than those guys. but I also think those guys at their peak were a better passer than Daniel Jones.
So
Is
yeah,
he going to be there week 1?
he should be. He came out and said that on an interview with Pat McAfee,
Okay.
and also Cole can attest to this as he's seen Tatum come back
10 months, babe.
in
That's all you need.
10 months. It's crazy, right? So Daniel Jones went down like what, December, November-ish, and then
November.
so yeah, so that'll be around the 10 months would be around the start of the season. Apparently he's ahead of schedule. He's going to make it on time to week 1, maybe to the last game of preseason. That is the goal. Apparently the surgery that he did do was the same surgeon that did Tatum's, that did Halliburton's, that did all of them.
Nice.
And apparently it's a new procedure where it's like basically if you get it done as soon as possible, which is why Tatum's so bad, like it's freakish. He did it like the night of.
Yeah,
he got
hours
hurt.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently like if you do it ASAP, the recovery time shortens like by a couple months. Like it's that drastic. So it seems pretty realistic. Yeah, he also had a broken fibula, which apparently he has made full recovery from on his other leg. So
Wow.
seems like it's good progress, but we'll see. Because again, when you come back for your first game, more than the actual muscle and stuff, I feel like it's more the mentality of trusting
Yeah.
your leg. So
Totally. I mean, I think that's a decision like every team has to make when a player gets hurt. We saw the Pacers, like y'all tanking. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Celtics gave up a bunch, but we kept some. We made some trades. Like we were trying to get
ridiculous.
Tatum back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do think like you are in a win now window, especially with the Sauce trade. I mean, what's
Mhm.
his injury timeline? Is he gonna be back too? Yeah.
Sauce should be fine. He
Yeah.
only had like kind of like a calf strain, and so they were just
Yeah.
trying to manage that because we kind of it's like why are we pushing for anything crazy
Totally.
without our quarterback?
With the Sauce calf strain, is that a possibility that could lead to an Achilles? Because isn't that how they come up?
Yeah, it apparently Achilles usually a lot of them get like from calf strains, but calf strains are pretty common
Okay.
in just football, basketball in general. So they were just trying to manage his minutes in that regards, but he should be perfectly fine to be playing at the level that he was.
Great. And who's your QB2 just in case that Daniel Jones is not back?
Riley Leonard. It's yeah. That's honestly, I expected as someone who's watched him at Notre Dame,
Yeah.
I had very low expectations of Riley Leonard.
Hmm.
He's playing pretty well, actually. I'm not hating it. It's better than Anthony Richardson, which is a tough statement for me
Yeah.
to say.
That is tough. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
Then it was a tough run for him.
he will not be a Colt, I don't think, before
agree.
the start of the season.
Did
Not
you
happening.
do you feel like it's too soon to give up on AR? Like I knew that you were really high on him even last year.
Yeah, I mean, before the season started, I think I literally told you, I was like, when they named Daniel Jones the starter, I was like, it's kind of ridiculous that like you're giving up on a 23-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
he's still 23. Like, you got to give him reps, and like, yes, he has been getting reps, but it's like, just let him play through the mistakes. At the same time, then you watch how the season started, and you're like, okay, I see why they made that decision when this guy is playing at a veteran level, making the smart reads, which Anthony Richardson just simply couldn't do. Like, it's just a short pass game, right? And then that opens up down the field, and you don't make those picks and mistakes. But
Totally. No, I like what you guys are doing. I feel like you're not panicking and changing course, which makes me think Daniel Jones is doing okay in recovery and they expect him to play well. But like, you kind of, without the picks, you kind of do have to try to win now. Stick to it. Pay Alec Pierce. Like, I like what you're doing. And I think if Sauce is back, I mean, you guys were elite at the beginning of the year. Kind of took everyone off guard. So,
yeah, that was actually kind of leads to my next question was regarding the defense of the Colts was how will Lou Anarumo like answer the missing gaps that they have currently in their defensive roster? Because they don't have a pass rush, and they have apparently cornerback depth for days now, and so it's like what's that going to do when you don't have anyone pressuring the ball, right?
Exactly.
And I feel like he's a really good defensive coordinator, and but at the same time, it's like you do need the personnel to make it work. And we were kind of looking at Trey Henderson, and that was like that fell through. And it's like we still need that pass rush. So what are you going to do? Develop a new guy or
Yeah.
get one from the draft? Like, what are you going to do? Because we don't have a
Trade
good draft
trade
pick.
trade 2 more picks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the only answer is hope that you use your second round pick on an edge that it
Yeah.
pays off. I mean, this is considered a pretty good edge class, that you can get some guys in the second and third round. I wouldn't hate you guys double dipping, second round pick edge, third round pick edge.
Yeah, I would not hate that at all. Because I think just like a decent edge rush would elevate this defense to, I mean, obviously the Texans are best, but I think it would be on par to the Jaguars defense, if not better than their defense.
I mean, I think your secondary is better than the Jags secondary.
Oh yeah, by far. Especially with Sauce there, I think he just locks down like half the field, which is nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Do you expect them to try and trade up into the first round at all, or do you think?
no,
Yeah.
they're
give
not
up
notoriously.
anymore, yeah.
Nothing to give
No.
up. Yeah.
I mean, giving up 2 first rounds for Sauce Gardner in a kind of contract that matches up with Dan, just like the next 2 years is basically a window. Basically
So,
saying,
did you like the Sauce trade? I know you liked it when it happened. Do you like it now?
yes, still, because I think they showed enough to me where it was like, yeah, just put your chips on the table, push it all in. If this is not the time, then you know what, we'll have to blow it all up and start from scratch. But like, you can't be half in, half out, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, they were so perpetually like mid/bad that it's like, all right, you kind of see a splash of like a window. It's like, all right, just get that guy that elevates that defense, and your offense is already humming. You know, I think when the first 8 games are like one of the best offenses in the
Yeah.
league. So I was like, all right, you bring most of those pieces back. Now you have Pierce, who you paid, who's going to be that wide receiver 1 and get probably 5, 6 more targets per game, which is going to be really nice.
Yeah. What's your expectations for Pierce?
Easily 10 to 12 targets a game.
Oh wow! So huge fantasy implications there.
I mean, I thought he's for where he was at, like with Michael Pittman and Josh Downs and all that. Like they basically decide he is wide receiver 1 right now. They're going to throw him the ball all the time. So,
Yeah. I love it.
I'm pretty excited for that.
He got over 1,000 yards, only 84
Yeah.
catches.
Just bombs.
Yeah, I loved him. I mean, I think he's a great player to retain. I liked him on the market. I was like, Alec Pearson giving him no capital. I wanted us to go after him. Like, I do think it's a big contract, but like, I do think people in the building must be like, he is really good, and he is gonna be that guy. I mean, he said, I watched him in an interview. I mean, he was like, they're not gonna pay me all that money and not throw it to me every time. So like, he does have that kind of ego a little bit, which I do like in my wide receiver 1. I think he'll have a massive year.
Yeah, the Patriots offered like what, 30 million?
Yeah, he turned down our
I know.
crazy bag.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Oh man. Yeah, I think but he said in the interview, he's just like, I'm coming back to the Colts not really for the money, which the money is like all similar, right? Like it's 28, 29 million.
Yeah.
But he was like, I want to play with Daniel Jones. It's like, all right, if
That's
you are
huge.
that's huge because like, you know, it's not like we're going to try this out. Maybe that receiver, that you're not expecting your quarterback to make that chemistry, right? Like they already have that chemistry.
Totally.
And that's why I do like Daniel Jones for a team, because I'm like, Pierce didn't have that connection with Anthony Richardson or Riley Leonard or et cetera. It's like Daniel Jones did have that connection. He knows that guy's going to be open. So
Yeah. What other Colts questions you got?
this one is kind of like, it is based on the season, but is towards like, it's more of a contingency question. So it's like, should Jonathan Taylor be extended regardless of the results of this year? Because, you know, basically, has he proven to be good enough to be a Colt going forwards perpetually? because like his extension is this end of this year, and it's like that's why I'm like it is a win now situation because like you got JT for this next year. Do you extend him regardless? Like, what if you have another sure year where everyone gets injured again, and then I don't know.
The value of him, I would almost try to pay him now, maybe a little under what it'll be next year. Like I don't know what your cap situation's like, but
Very tight.
Very tight.
Yes.
I think I lean towards because of what he showed, paying him now. Because that benefits everyone, and you can like, what if he has an even better season next year, and you have to beat the Saquon contract? I think right now you don't have to beat the Saquon contract, so I would lean towards that from like a business side. But there's also like every stat out there is like if an RB gets X amount of touches, they're gonna have a down year. So,
So wait, he has 2 years left on his deal?
Oh, this next year is last year.
Oh, this coming year he's done
Yeah, this
after
coming,
this.
yeah.
Oh,
2026, 2027, yeah. So he's up for extension after that, or I guess currently.
yeah.
Yeah, I just find it really interesting because I'm in a similar mindset where I'm like, you should just try to offer him an extension right now.
Yeah.
I think he's proven enough over the years that he is that good. And even last season, it's like we did spend 8 weeks talking about whether this guy could be an MVP or not,
Yeah.
which
Totally.
is ridiculous for a running back position. Like that's what Saquon was doing, but for 17 weeks, and JT could still do that. It's like, I do think a lot changes when your quarterback goes down and your quarterback is a run heavy / can throw the ball down the field. That opens up a lot for JT. So I would like to see what season looks like in general next year. Whether he's going to be back to that MVP caliber level, it's like getting ridiculous, like 3 touchdowns a game, or is he just going to be kind of just like any other running back, just
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
think I would wait for the end of the year. I just think, like you said, your window really is 2 years. So,
yeah,
like, what if, like, if there's God forbid, if there's a Daniel Jones injury this year, or he doesn't come back quite right, or whatever it is, there's a bump along the road, and then it gets pushed off, and like, then all of a sudden you're looking like, man, did our window close already? And now we have this 4-year JT contract we got to worry about, and like, I don't know. I do think see how this year goes. Are you actually as close as you think you are before you pay? Like, is he going to want a 4-year deal, 3-year deal?
I think he's just
I'm
going to
sure
want a
they'll-
lot guaranteed.
yeah, they'll probably just want to.
Can you give him a
guarantee whether it's
2-year
3 year.
deal? Yeah, probably
If
not.
it's
He
a
probably wants
2-year deal,
longer.
no. It
Yeah,
would probably be longer, but
Yeah.
2-year deal would be fantastic.
that would be ideal. Yeah. Do
Yeah.
what you just did with Danny Dimes. Be like, you two can leave together after 2 years.
Yeah, honestly, it's not really a terrible idea for him either.
Yeah, maybe give him
No,
some
I mean,
freedom.
I would try to. The reason I would try to pay him now is I would try to pay him less than what I may have to pay him next year.
Yeah, so you think he's gonna have a breakout season next year?
Yeah, I think he'll be good again next season. I think him, Gibbs, Bijan, CMC went on, and Saquon are like in their own tier. And I think if you have one of those guys, it's the same way you treat having a tier 1 quarterback. Like you pay
agree.
him.
Yeah, I think I mean, as long as you have Quentin Nelson on that team and the O line, I think you gotta just pay JT because that O line is gonna make gaps for him and he's gonna run through them.
Totally.
It's just that I'm more worried about what the quarterback is gonna do.
Is
in
there
the
any
other possession.
is there any concern with him like not playing on a 1-year done this last year? Does he want a new contract bad? Is that part of it?
No, but I mean, I just would assume that like a player at his caliber would just expect
Yeah.
to get paid,
Yeah.
And such a
especially,
dangerous
like,
position. Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Not a lot of RBs like playing on that final year.
and
but
I feel like that's more of a talking point of RBs in general. Just
Yeah.
like they want to elevate,
Yeah.
the contracts for running backs and make it look good. And
totally.
Saquon was like the face of that. So
Yeah.
That's why if I'm the owner, I don't mind not paying him because, like, even if it does go up in price, RB's money's not that high. Like, what is that? $2 million? Like, 12 to
Yeah,
14 if he's unbelievable, or
No, I mean,
don't know.
Saquon's closer to 20 now.
yeah,
Yeah, I think that was an overpay. I don't think the market corrects and keeps going above that, to be honest, for RB. I don't know.
Oh, I disagree. I think he'll try and match the Saquon deal. Like, that's what his agent will ask for.
I would
Yeah.
not be surprised by that because again, like what Emma said, like that caliber of player, like they're kind of in their own tier as opposed to
Yeah. I mean, I guess the
like
only way you would get that is if you like demand it
yeah,
this year. Say, I'm not going to play unless I get a new deal.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because
but I
if
don't
you
think
walk,
that's
I
gonna
don't know.
happen.
Yeah. I don't know if
I think
someone offers him 20 million a year. I don't know.
yeah. I
That
don't
feels
know.
too high.
It depends on like again if the Colts wait it out towards the end of the season and then they go on a stupid good run. It's like he might want that, and that's
Yeah.
That's
totally
fair.
fair.
Yeah. I guess that's the risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
Um.
two final Colts questions for you.
Okay.
Okay, number one. What is your expectations for Daniel Jones this season? Because I know you expect him to play, but I also can sense that you're nervous about it. So, what is the top 15, top 10, top 20?
Um. I would like to see top 15. I
Okay.
think that's fair. It's better than average. I think when he was playing healthy at the time that
Yeah,
he was easily a top 10. If not, people were fringe top five, like six.
that's fair.
Um, I think he can be that good, but again, coming off of injury, I think you got to give him grace. You just got to expect better than average. So top 15 easily. Um,
Hmm.
Also, especially given the personnel that he has, like you have the O-line protection, you have the receiver depth, you have the running back to, again, run the ball as much as you need to. That should all give him leeway where he's not in that much pressure to be like, I need to get the ball out. I need to, like, what, you know, just stay healthy, make the right reads. That's what literally the Colts have been asking for a quarterback to do for them for the past how many years.
Totally.
And it's like that, and now he's literally just done that. And that's why it looks so good until he got hurt, right? It's like they don't need him to do Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen superhero stuff. They just need him make the right reads, get the open guy, because you have all the personnel. So that's my expectation. And I think if he does just that, that's already going to be better than average of a quarterback.
Yeah, that's fair. And lastly, are the Colts making the playoffs? And what's your AFC South finishing order?
I would really like them to. Oh my God. Um, I'm gonna say yes because I'm gonna be a hopeful fan, but I've just seen them in the wild card position or not in the playoffs like every single year for so long. Uh, but I think they will make it this year. I think if they can't make the playoffs with this roster that they have, yeah, then
Gotta blow it up.
blow up the entire organization. Honestly, they gotta get the front office out like that. Chris,
Yeah.
like all of them gotta go because
Yeah.
like at that point, like what do you do, right?
Sneaky take I like for you guys. If Daniel Jones just ain't recovered in time, man, maybe we go for a little Arch Manning. Bring
Ooh.
Manning back in the building. Maybe it's
That'd be
maybe
I don't like
Sauce
Archie.
not fully recovered,
I'm
Danny not fully recovered. I don't know.
I'm not high on Arch Manning at all.
Uh,
I don't
Really?
think he's that good of a quarterback.
that's
But
fair.
did you know his uncle Peyton played there?
Yeah, that could
Well,
be a story.
yeah.
It could be a story.
They almost have a statue outside.
Yeah, no, I think I kind of like that take if things aren't going well. Tank. I do think no one can out tank the Dolphins, though. I think like
Nah, they're like getting a win at
They're
most.
nailing it. They're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Cole. Wait, Brian, what's your AFC South finishing order?
Oh yeah.
I think Texans, Colts, Jaguars, Titans.
Okay, Cole, what's yours?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Texans too. Texans, Jags, Colts, Titans.
I'm going Jags, Texans, Colts, Titans.
Damn, it is. I mean, Colts, talking about him here gets me a little more, because, I forget. They do have Pierce. You guys have Warren on offense. JT,
Warren's so good.
If
He's very
Danny
good.
Dimes is healthy and good sauce,
Look, I'm telling you, like
the
every single
Titans are
position
fucked. They don't have a chance. They rip the Titans already. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I think every position on the Colts, like it's all like pretty good, if not really good. It's just the quarterback position, which is the most important part. That's like the biggest question.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
at the
Yeah.
same time, it's like those questions are all true for the Texans and the Jaguars too.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know what? You know what, Brian? Because I love you, I'm gonna go Jags, Colts, Texans, Titans.
Ah,
Yeah,
nice.
I like that, Emma.
That's
Yeah,
how-
there you go.
That's what you think in your heart. Anyway.
Yeah, that's how I'm so over the Texans. I'm like, come on.
I'm trying to persuade you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it
That's my
worked.
job.
It worked. Yeah.
It worked.
Honestly, I'm a little higher on him now too. I think.
Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah,
this
there you
is this is exactly why we're doing this division series. We get to talk ball with everyone about their favorite teams and like hear things that we haven't thought about and see what the fan thinks.
Yeah. You can be like me and draft Tyler Warren in like round 7 of fantasy drafts.
Yeah, you did have Warren.
Yeah,
He'll probably be up
so
there
early.
this year, though.
Oh yeah. Are you?
Let's see. Is he top 5 tight end in fantasy?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Brian, are you drafting any Jonathan Taylor this year before we go?
Based on I feel like if no one takes him before me, then I'll absolutely try to draft him ASAP.
What's
Okay.
his
Probably just
ADP? You think? Is he
gotta
a
be top 10. Top
you
10.
think? Yeah.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just the number of
I won't be,
touchdowns
I
that he
don't
got.
That's true. I feel like
but
the
yeah.
running backs though always coming off a good year. It always kind of
Yeah,
goes the other
I
way.
try to avoid RBs going off a good year.
Yeah, that's
Except
true. I mean,
Bijan.
Saquon
Yeah.
last year. Yeah, Bijan might be like top 3.
Oh yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
good.
Bijan or Gibbs? Yeah.
And JSN
Yeah.
and Puka. They'll go high.
I like Bijan more than Gibbs,
Me
honestly.
too.
Yeah.
He's just ridiculous. Because he
Yeah, I agree.
catches the ball and runs too. Like he does everything. I'm excited for it.
Brian, thanks for coming on and talking
Yeah.
ball with us.
No problem.
This was so great to talk AFC South. Cole, any last words?
No, that was great. Gets me excited. I'm sad we're doing these all now because we got such a
know.
long wait. I'm like,
It is
man, I want
all
to see
summer.
these scenarios play out now. No, yeah, it was great. You know, we don't talk about this division much, so this was.
Yeah.
I feel well versed now. I'm a little. These
You guys
guest
did your
episodes
research.
have
You
been
guys-
really. This is my best fantasy year of all time for sure.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, thanks for coming on, Brian. Everyone have a good night.